Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me here watching my video. I hope that September was amazing for you. I honestly feel like it went by so quickly. I can't believe the end of the year is right around the corner. I'm not ready for it yet, so I'm trying not to rush it and just like enjoy every single week as it goes by, but I feel like the end of the year always flies by so quickly. So today's video is going to be my September favorites. I thought I would share the beauty products that I've been loving, but don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know which products you've been loving so I can check them out if I haven't already. And let's jump into it. Okay, let's start with face products because I feel like my entire foundation routine has changed during the month of September. I just kind of rediscovered old favorites and I feel like this is going to be my go-to foundation routine for fall and maybe winter. So if you guys want to see like an updated demo where I show you how I use everything, just let me know. I can definitely film it for you. Otherwise, let me just show you which products I've been using. So the first thing that I have been loving is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This one is a primer and moisturizer in one. And the first time that I heard about this product, I honestly did not think it was going to work for me because I have very oily skin, so I usually reach for a mattifying primer. And then the first time I used it, I was like, I do not like this. It's not made for my skin. And then I applied my foundation and my foundation went on beautifully, and it honestly looked so much better than it did when I used, any other primer. I wasn't reaching for this every single day during the summertime because I felt like it still was a little bit more hydrating than I preferred for the summer because my skin got extremely oily and it was just hot outside and it didn't necessarily lock my foundation into place, but it made my foundation look so beautiful. And I tend to wear more full coverage foundations, and there's something about this primer that helps the full coverage foundation just to look a little bit more natural on your skin. So I've been using it every single day in combination with the foundation that I've been using, which is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick Foundation. This is an older favorite and I kind of pulled it back out for fall and put it in my everyday makeup drawer. I've been using it every single time I wear foundation. It's so beautiful, so seamless on the skin, and it gives you amazing coverage, but it looks a little bit more natural. It looks completely flawless. So I wear two shades. I wear the shades Porcelain, which is on the lighter side, and then also Ivory. I mainly put Porcelain on like the majority of my face, and then I just mix in a little bit of Ivory to warm it up just a little bit so it matches my skin tone a little better. I do get oily throughout the day, so I'll have to blot my skin a little bit more than I would if I was wearing like the Urban Decay all-nighter, but I really feel like it's a good trade-off because this one looks more natural on the skin than the Urban Decay all-nighter. Not only that, but this foundation is so much easier to use. It's so quick and simple. All you do is take the stick, apply it to your face, and buff it in, and you're good to go. This one honestly provides more coverage than the Urban Decay all-nighter in my opinion because it is a buildable foundation. So I'll apply it and I'll buff it in with another one of my favorites, which is the Smashbox Full Coverage Foundation Brush. And then after I buff it into my skin, I'll just go in and see which areas need a little bit more full coverage, and I'll apply a little more and then stipple it in place. I do want to film a video on the entire line and let you guys know which ones I think are worth it and which ones you should skip. I have a lot of favorites and then a few that I don't feel like are necessities, but the full coverage foundation brush is just really great. It's a little bit more of a dense brush, so I feel like it really blends the foundation into my skin, and I was never really like a buffer. I was more of a stippler, but I feel like buffing this foundation helps it to look even more natural. So even though I still prefer a full coverage look, I've been liking more of like a natural seamless look where it doesn't look like I have such a heavy cakey layer of foundation on my skin, and the Urban Decay all-nighter kind of had a tendency to look a little cakey, so this has been a really nice change for me. I usually will go in and set everything with the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation because that one is my favorite, but I have discovered a drugstore alternative. It's definitely not a drugstore dupe because the formula isn't quite the same as the Kat Von D, but it's a lot less expensive, so I kind of reach for this on like an everyday basis, and then I'll use the Kat Von D when I'm filming a video or when I want more of like a full coverage seamless look. So this one is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. Now, I did have this product in my collection and I actually ended up decluttering it last time I decluttered my powders. I feel like it is not ideal as a powder foundation, and I don't necessarily find it super mattifying, but it does give you a really beautiful finish. I think they should probably market it a little bit differently because when I think of a powder foundation, I usually think of a powder that I can wear on its own that will give me pretty good coverage, or a really actually, I don't know if that's true because now that I'm looking at it, it says stay matte but not flat, and I feel like that might actually be the perfect definition for it. I assumed that it was going to leave my skin super matte the first time I tried it, but I actually like it because it does mattify my skin, but it doesn't look dry, like it completely sucked all of the moisture out of your skin. It kind of, you know, gives you more of a natural look. So I don't reach for this when I want like a super mattified appearance, but when I want to set my foundation into place and I want it to look a little bit more natural, a little bit more not of like a satin finish, but just not a completely dry matte finish, I always reach for this. So I guess it does live up to its name. I wear the shade Nude, and I feel like it matches my skin really well. It's a little bit lighter, but when I buff it in, I feel like it matches me. And then sometimes I'll just go in with like my Real Techniques beauty sponge when it's damp and press it into my skin, and it gives you a really beautiful finish. So if you're looking for like a super mattifying, full coverage powder foundation, this is not going to be the one for you. But if you want something a little bit more natural, a little more lightweight, you might really enjoy this because I've been loving it a lot, and I'm actually going to repurchase it when I run out. So I feel like that is a good sign that I really enjoy it. Okay, let me talk about a few lip products that I've been loving, and then I'll finish up with eye products. So this is my first favorite. I've been wearing it so much during the month of September. I cannot put it down. I don't know what it is about this color, but it just kind of gives me like an extra boost of confidence, and it's so beautiful. And when you wear this bright color, I feel like you really can pull off like super minimal eye makeup with just like winged liner, and it's so much fun. So this is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquified Matte Longwear Lipstick in the shade Sweet and Sour. It was part of the Too Faced Kandee Johnson collaboration, and that entire line is limited edition. I have a few other favorites from the line, which I'll talk about in a second. I filmed an entire review. If you guys want more info, I'll link it in the description box below, but it is limited edition, so if you want any of the products, I would recommend grabbing them. I'm definitely going to grab a backup of this lip product because it's my favorite. I recommend trying this one if you're looking for like a really fun color. I feel like it would be flattering on so many people. The other lip product formula that I've really been enjoying lately is the Too Faced Melted Latex Liquified High Shine Lipstick. So I have two colors in particular that I really love. I really think that this is an underrated lip product. They're still kind of newer, but I felt like even for me, I wasn't reaching for them very often when I first got them because I wasn't sure about the formula. I feel like I kind of shy away from pigmented lip products unless they're like in a liquid lipstick formula because they can kind of make a mess. If I talk a lot, they smear, you know, they get on your teeth, but I've really been enjoying these lately. I always reach for a lip gloss when I'm on my way out the door, and honestly in like my daily beauty routine, I usually wear a lip gloss. So I have two shades. The first one is Hopeless Romantic, which is a really beautiful medium nude, and the second one is in the shade Peekaboo, which is more of a light pink nude. So these are definitely a cross between a traditional lipstick and a lip gloss in my opinion. They're very pigmented, so you get the pigmentation of a cream lipstick and then you get the formula or the comfort of a lip gloss. I feel like they're a little bit sticky, nothing too crazy, but they do last a little bit longer on the lips than any other lip gloss that I've really tried. And I felt like, you know, the first time I wore this, I was so surprised because my husband and I were running errands and we got coffee, and when I got home like 3 hours later or 4 hours later, the lip color was still in place perfectly. Like it did get on my straw when I was drinking my coffee, so they're definitely not transfer proof, but they still stay in place really well, and they look really beautiful on the lips because they're very shiny. Okay, let's finish up with eye products. So I actually have two new mascara favorites, which is weird for me because I don't think I've had a new mascara favorite for probably like the majority of 2017. I always use the IT Cosmetics Superhero or the Essence Cosmetics what is it called? Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. But I discovered two new favorites this month. I've actually been using a lot more than two. I've just been having so much fun trying new mascaras and seeing which ones work and which combinations work. So the first favorite is from Essence as well. It is their Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. And this one has lengthening fibers in it. So I did talk about this in a recent video. I might have mentioned it in like 2 videos, but I really enjoy this mascara. I know that I talked about it because it's more of a dry formula, and I was chatting with a bunch of you in the comments as to whether you prefer dry formulas or wet formulas when it comes to mascaras. I thought it was like a really fun discussion, so if you guys didn't comment that in my previous videos, let me know if you prefer like a more dry formula or a wet formula. This one is definitely more of a dry formula, and I usually reach for like only wet mascaras. I don't have a lot of luck with dry mascaras, or I didn't in the past until I discovered this one. I really enjoy this mascara. It's so easy to build up the product because it doesn't get clumpy like wet mascaras do. So if you're looking for a good lengthening mascara, this is going to be a great option for you. It still makes your lashes look voluminous, but I think it does a really great job at lengthening them. So I love this one. It's affordable. Another great option for length is the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara. I've really been enjoying this. It's a brand new release from Urban Decay. day. The packaging is so much fun, but the second I saw the wand, I knew it was going to be a great option for lengthening your lashes and separating your lashes. This one definitely makes my lashes look really long, but it also separates them. So if you struggle with clumpy lashes, this is going to be a great option for you. I actually like to go in with this one after I use pretty much any mascara because it just kind of adds a perfect final touch. It makes my lashes look extremely long and it totally separates them. So I really enjoy that. I don't know what I was going to say. I just really enjoy this mascara. I will also use it on its own, especially on an everyday basis, because it doesn't make your lashes look too overly dramatic or thick or voluminous. I mean, I always want that on an everyday basis, but sometimes they can look a little bit clumpy and a little bit almost too dramatic if I'm going for more of a natural look. So I love, love, love this mascara. If you want like super thick voluminous lashes or really dramatic lashes, it's not going to be the one for you. But if you want a really long, lifted, separated appearance, you're really going to enjoy this. It stays in place really well. Neither of these are waterproof, but they do stay in place really well, and I don't have any issues transferring or smudging or anything like that. The last two products are from the Too Faced I Want Kandee collection. I did film an entire video on this, like I said, but there are two products, you know, I already mentioned one. There are two more products that I've been using every single day, pretty much, so I wanted to mention them in this video. The first one is the I Want Kandee Candy Liner in Black Licorice. I love this product, and I already raved about it in my review because it makes doing your winged liner so quick and easy. But I've saved so much time this month by, you know, using this product because it makes my wing so simple. You can kind of stamp out the edge of the line and then turn the brush sideways and draw in the rest of your wing, and you get the perfect winged liner every single time. A lot of you guys actually commented on that video saying that you struggle with winged liner and you really enjoy this product as well. So if winged liner is something that you have a hard time with, you might really enjoy this. The only downside is that this product is a limited edition, so once they sell out or they run out, you're not going to be able to get it, which is kind of lousy because, you know, you fall in love with the product and then it's gone. So I am actually going to buy a backup of this one as well, along with this lipstick. Those were like my two, you know, most used products from the collection that I do want to have a backup of. But I've also really been enjoying, I'm hesitant to mention this. The reason I'm hesitant to mention this is because I mentioned it in an anti-haul video and a lot of people got on me because I received it as PR and I did a full review on the product. When I film anti-haul videos, those are products that I am not going to spend my money on. I don't film them knowing that certain companies are going to send me PR because I'm not on a ton of PR lists. Occasionally I am lucky and blessed enough to receive PR from some of the higher end brands, but Too Faced only sends me very selective PR. So I just share my honest opinions in my anti-haul video. But just because I mention it in an anti-haul video doesn't mean that it's going to be a terrible product and that I wouldn't like it if I tried it. I mean, a lot of times there are products in those anti-haul videos that I'm tempted to buy because they sound like they'll be really great, but I just choose not to spend my money on it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to like shun the product forever. But anyways, because I did receive it, I wanted to review it and give it a fair shot, and I have to tell you guys, like, it's a great palette. I did do a full review if you guys want to hear my additional thoughts. But I've honestly been reaching for this palette more than any other eyeshadow palette in my collection during the month of September. The matte shadows in this palette are so blendable and so beautiful and smooth. I don't know what they did to this particular formula, but I love the matte formula. The shimmer formula isn't my absolute favorite. I will wear the shimmery shadows. Sorry, you probably can't see it like that. I just don't wear them as often as the mattes, but I really like this quad right here, this brown, and then these bottom shades. It's just a pretty good palette in my opinion. I do think it's a little bit expensive for what it is. It doesn't come with a mirror, which I never really knew was something that I wanted in a palette, but I've tried to use the mirror like 7 or 8 times, like only to realize there's no mirror in it. And the shimmer shadows aren't my favorite, but the mattes are beautiful. There are a lot of cool toned colors in here that I don't have in my collection otherwise, so I've really been enjoying the palette. You know, sometimes I can be wrong. I mentioned it in an anti-haul video. I didn't say it was going to be a terrible palette. I just personally wasn't going to spend my money on it. But now that I have it in my collection, I can honestly say it is a good palette. I don't know if it's like a run out and buy this right away type of palette, but if the colors appeal to you, I do think the formula is good. The mattes especially, the shimmers are okay, but they are workable. Okay guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my September favorites. Don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know which products you've been loving so I can check them out. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.